everybody, we are in Brussels at the European Youth Forum headquarters in order to have a brief interview about this organization, its strategy and its way to reporting. This video will be the introduction to the work group which me and my colleagues are doing for the Professor James Guthrie's course of Social Reporting of the School of Economics, Management and Statistics of the University of Bologna. I am proud to be here with Sarah Fennerday, Communication Coordinator of EYF. So Sarah, let's begin. Could you explain us what the European Youth Forum is and which is its mission?
So we are the member organisation, we are the platform organisation for youth organisations across Europe. We have 98 member organisations. These are national youth councils and international non-governmental organisations such as the Scouts. And we advocate for youth rights at a European level towards institutions such as the European Parliament, the European Commission, and on an international level towards the United Nations. We fight for youth rights on issues that young people care about and that make a difference to their lives. So these are issues like youth unemployment, which we all know is a massive problem across the whole of Europe at the moment, internships, education, mobility, and particularly at the moment is very pertinent is participation, especially with the European elections just coming up.
The second question is, regarding the coming European election of May 25, which strategy have you implemented in order to achieve your goals and realize your mission? And how are you thinking to evaluate it and report this experience? Have you designed any indicators of success or defeat?
So we have two main campaigns for the European elections. One is called Love Youth Future. This is very much aimed at MEPs and MEP candidates, and it comprises of 11 pledges that we're asking MEPs to sign up to before the elections. So far we have 200 MEPs who've signed up, so that is in itself a great success. And these pledges will make sure that the next European Parliament is the most pro-youth ever. So these cover all of the issues that we advocate on at the Youth Forum. So it's things like the youth guarantee to make sure that there are things in place to reduce youth unemployment across Europe, issues such as voting at 16, mobility, education, investment. So these are the things we really care about, and this is the campaign to get Europe's leaders to sign up to these issues. In terms of evaluating that campaign, I guess the first would be to see how many MEPs actually sign up to it. But it's not just before the elections. There's also going to be some follow-up after the elections. So clearly we want to ensure that although they've signed these pledges, they actually implement it when they are in Parliament. So we're going to be monitoring the MEPs to see that they are taking forward the pledges that they've signed up to. The second campaign that we're running is called the League of Young Voters. This is an independently established organisation which we have set up, and this is much more aimed towards young people themselves. So the idea is to get them involved in politics, to get them engaged in the European elections and to get them to vote. So we have developed several different tools. These are mostly online tools to make sure that the process of voting and understanding politics, which is often quite complicated for young people, is much easier. So just this week we've launched a tool whereby young people can look at their national parties and European parties and find out what they promise in their manifestos to do with the issues that young people care about, so unemployment, education, these kind of things. We also have a tool which makes it easier for young people to understand how they go about voting. And what we're also doing through the League of Young Voters is trying to make voting more exciting and fun, because often young people are kind of turned off by the fact that politics seems to be not to do with their everyday lives. So we launched a video, which is a music video, a remake of Pharrell Williams' Happy video, which has kind of gone viral. We've already had, I think, 70,000 views. It's filmed in Brussels with MEPs dancing, and it's really a great fun campaign. So we've had a mixture of tools to kind of engage young people. And one of the ways of evaluating this campaign is, of course, to see how much these tools have been used. And then secondly, we'll see in the end how many young people turn out to vote. Obviously, it's not all down to the League of Young Voters, but this is one way of seeing if anything changes. The League of Young Voters has national leagues in every member state in the EU, so we've really been able to reach out through these leagues, and that's one way we'll be able to see the impact of the campaign.
Okay, thank you Sara, and thanks to the European Youth Forum, and regards for all the people in Italy.